Hey everybody, this is Nightwatch 1982. I promised you to make a video about Holland based on the questions you asked me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go to all your questions one by one. So the first question is by Like Cards. Can you teach us some Dutch words? Hoeveel kost dat bosje tulpen? Waar zit de dichtstbijzijnde souvenirwinkel? Kijk nou uit waar je loopt! Okay, next question is by Jammy Gamer. He thought our crime rates are very low because our country is so flat you can see for miles around you. Now let's put that to the test. Oh, and as for our crime rates, it is really not that different from other countries, trust me. And then we have Jeff Tunes, who has a question similar to Gem Gamers. What is the highest point in Holland? Yes, here it is. In the most southern part of our country, the Vaalse Berg, which is 322 meters high. And if you're a Yankee, that's about 1,000 feet. It's not much of a mountain, is it? And Jeff Jones also asked, do tulips generally grow around windmills? The answer to that question is no, they don't. In fact, windmills grow around tulips. And then Willadino has a lot of questions here, like, do we know any American music groups? Well, absolutely we do. Rihanna, Timbaland, Alicia Keys, Enrique Iglesias, Plain White Tees and Snow Patrol, of course. Those are the artists in the top 20 at the moment. Willadino also asks, what is my opinion on the lax attitude of our government towards soft drugs in our country? Okay, I'll try to explain what I believe to be the thought behind it. There are restrictions for using it. First of all, you can't have more than 5 grams on you, I think. I don't use drugs, so I wouldn't know. And secondly, you can only smoke it in a coffee shop or at home. So basically we say to the people who use soft drugs, okay, you can use it, but under restrictions and only at a place where other people aren't bothered with it. And I think that works pretty well, because the number of drug addicts in Holland isn't any higher than in countries where it is illegal, and the number of drug-related crimes is actually a lot lower. Whew! Now, for a lighter question, Willadina asked if I was very passionate about the Dutch football team. Well, at the moment we aren't really passionate about our football team because the results lately haven't been that good. We had to play Luxembourg, Albania and Belarus. Those aren't big football nations. The result was that we just barely pulled it off. So I'm a bit worried about the European Championship next year, because Holland is in a pool with France and Italy and Romania, and they all are great football nations. Ooh. Okay, next question. Is Chesto the most popular Dutch DJ? Well, he used to be for about 10 years or so, but this year Armin van Buuren is the most popular Dutch DJ, and Armin van Buuren is actually number 1 in the list of the best DJs in the world. And it's time for a last question already. What are, besides Amsterdam, the places to be in a country. Okay, as you can see, this is obviously Holland. And this here is where I live. It's a town called Hoorn. Now, what are the places to be? This whole region, from Amsterdam to The Hague, to Rotterdam, to Utrecht, this circle, so to speak, is called the Randstad. And that is really where the action happens in Holland. If you want to have some good, clean fun, I advise you to go to Brabant or Limburg, because those regions are known for good, clean fun and carnival. In winter, you can go to Friesland. And I especially advise you to visit Heerenveen in the speed skating season. Speed skating is the second most popular sport in Holland, and nothing is as wonderful as being there at a speed skating event in Tialf Heerenveen. Finally, Zeeland is also a very cultural place, and there you can see the delta works, which help us to keep the water out. So that was my Holland video, finally. I'm pretty sure it's not as good as I hoped for, but I'm glad I got it done, and I hope you learned something from it. And now I can finally get on with making videos that I want to make. Bye bye YouTube!